What if I told you that one of the Wallabies' most destructive forwards, the man who's been the heart and soul of Australia's pack, won't even set foot on the field for the biggest game of the year? That's right. Rob Valetini, the wrecking ball, the enforcer, the player every Kiwi fears, is officially out of the Bledisloe Cup opener. Let that sink in. The Wallabies are heading into the most important clash of the season without their most reliable weapon. And here's the kicker: it didn't come out of nowhere. Behind the scenes, the alarm bells were already ringing. But now, it's real, it's official, and it changes everything. Welcome back to Aussie NRL Updates, the home of breaking stories, shocking twists, and the drama that makes footy what it is. And today, we dive deep into a bombshell that has Wallabies fans reeling. But before we go further, hit that subscribe button, because trust me, this is just the beginning of the madness. Now, let's peel back the layers of this story. Rob Valetini isn't just another name on the team sheet. He's not the type of player you can replace with a next man up attitude. He's the player who defines the Wallabies' physical edge. His carries, devastating. His tackles, bone-rattling. His work rate, relentless. Take him out of the lineup, and suddenly, Australia's forward pack looks vulnerable. Fans have been quick to react. Social media lit up within minutes of the news breaking. Some were angry, some were heartbroken, and some were simply asking the same burning question: what now? Because here's the thing: the Bledisloe Cup isn't just another test. It's the test. It's a battlefield where reputations are made, careers are broken, and legacies are defined. And for years, the Wallabies have been desperate to topple the All Blacks, to finally snap that stranglehold. And now, heading into the opener, they've lost their most powerful weapon. So, what actually happened? How did Valetini end up sidelined? Insiders reveal it wasn't one big collision or a freak training accident. Instead, it's been brewing, a physical toll building up over months. Valetini has been carrying a niggle, a problem that didn't quite go away, and now it's reached the point where playing him would risk far worse damage. The Wallabies staff faced a brutal decision. Do they strap him up, throw him into the fire, and pray he survives? Or do they pull the trigger early, rule him out, and hope the long-term benefit outweighs the short-term disaster? They chose the latter. And that choice sends shockwaves. Because now, the team faces the All Blacks without their wrecking ball, their anchor, their tone setter. Think about this. In 2024, Valetini was the Wallabies standout. He led in carries. He dominated contact. He was the player teammates looked at when things got ugly. Against the All Blacks, you need someone like that. You need someone who doesn't flinch, who smashes into black jerseys like they're made of paper. Without him, the Wallabies pack suddenly looks lighter, more fragile. And that's exactly what the All Blacks thrive on. They'll sense weakness. They'll pounce. Fans are already asking, who steps up? Who fills the void? And can anyone actually be Valetini? The honest answer? Probably not. Now here's where things get spicy. With Valetini ruled out, the Wallabies coaching staff are scrambling. Do they promote a young gun into the back row? Do they reshuffle and bring in experience? Or do they try something left field? A selection shock designed to catch the All Blacks off guard? Rumours are swirling. Some names have been floated. But no one can quite agree on the best solution. And that uncertainty? That's dangerous. Because while the Wallabies debate, the All Blacks are preparing with ruthless precision. They've smelled blood. They know Australia has just lost their biggest weapon. And you can bet they'll plan to exploit it. Beyond tactics and selection, there's the human side. Valetini himself. Imagine it, working your whole career for moments like this, carrying your team on your shoulders, only to be told, you're not playing. For Valetini, it's crushing. Teammates describe him as gutted, shattered, and restless. He wanted this game more than anything. And now he has to watch from the sidelines. But here's the twist. That pain could fuel something dangerous. Because when Valetini does return, he'll be carrying a fire. And opponents better be ready. So here we are. The Wallabies' Bledisloe dream has taken a gut punch. Their enforcer is out. Their game plan is in tatters. And their opponents are circling like sharks. But is all hope lost? Or can this team find another hero to rise from the ashes? Stick around, because in Part 2, we are diving into the replacements, the possible tactical shifts, and the wildcards who could turn this disaster into a story of redemption. And trust me, there's one name in the mix that no one saw coming. Welcome back to Aussie NRL Updates, and if you thought part 1 was explosive, wait until you hear what's next. Because yes, Rob Valetini is out. Yes, the Wallabies are reeling. But rugby has a way of throwing up unlikely heroes. And history tells us that sometimes, when one giant falls, another rises. So let's talk about who could step up, and how the Wallabies might just shock us all. With Valetini gone, the Wallabies coaching staff face their toughest call of the season. Here are the front runners. Pete Samu, versatile, experienced, and fearless. He's been around long enough to know what a Bledisloe clash demands. But does he bring the same raw power as Valetini? Probably not. Langi Gleeson, young, dynamic, and hungry. Gleeson has the kind of energy that can unsettle even seasoned opponents. But is he ready for the cauldron of a Bledisloe Cup opener? Fraser McReight, usually more of an open side, but some suggest a reshuffle could see him slot into the mix. Quick over the ball, disruptive, but again, not the same bruising carrier.